I just tilted a little bit to give it a little bit of a different background since I wear the same thing every day. You know, if I'm not going to wear different clothes, let's have a little different background. Because it's Memorial Day weekend, I thought I would ask some questions from the Americana set that I have, but I don't think it's limited to just Americans. So if you live outside of the United States, you certainly could answer most of these questions, if not all of them. They're not America specific, per se, at least the ones I'm asking. So, a lot of these are just very simple one-word answers. Well, some of these are okay. Pie, cake, or ice cream? See, that's tough because I'm a cake person, but I loves me some ice cream. Ultimately, well, as much as I love cake, I can't have it every day. Like I can have a little bowl of ice cream just about every day. I don't have cake every day. I don't know if I could have cake every day. So I'm gonna say, surprising to myself, ice cream is the answer. Cake close second, and pie a distant third. Were you more scared of Psycho, Jaws, Rosemary's Baby, or The Exorcist? Well, I never saw Rosemary Baby until years later, and I don't know. By then, it was like, And The Exorcist didn't scare me so much as it was just the whole vomiting, the pee stuff was gross. At least, you know, it didn't scare me so much. Jaws scared me because when we saw the movie was right around the time we were going to Padre Island for several summers in a row. So it was like we saw the movie and then we went to the beach. And as like a 9-year-old kid, it's just not a very good mix. So Jaws scared me. Psycho didn't scare me so much. You know, it wasn't like I was afraid to take a shower. A different movie scared me to take a shower, but not. And I've talked about that before, and I never can remember the name of the movie. With Karen Black and the little doll. I never can remember the name of that movie. I think I block it out because it was so scary for me. I know, really. If you could pick one superhero to come to your rescue, would it be Superman, Spider-Man, or Batman? I think Superman because, depending on the situation, he could deflect bullets and stuff, whereas I think Spider-Man and Batman could take one, Or we needed to go really fast. Superman could fly around. I think all in all, Superman's probably the best one to be rescued by because he could really be in any situation. What's your brand of American blue jeans? Levi's. Only Levi's. Button fly. Which region of America has the best barbecue? Here, Texas. Hello. At least Peggy Sue's is the best. That much I do know. Have you ever had a lemonade stand? I think I have when I was a kid, but I don't remember really making very much money. Maybe a few bucks. We didn't live on a very busy street, so we didn't get a lot of traffic. I always stop at the lemonade stands when I see kids because as a kid I would like to have had people stop to buy, my lemonade. So even if I don't drink it, because sometimes it's scary looking. Or, there's bugs and stuff in it because it's been sitting out. But I buy it because, that's what you do. So I always stop and buy lemonade. But one day there were these girls and I thought it was a lemonade stand until I got closer. One of them had a big poster board sign she was holding up. And as people were driving by, she was screaming, "Typewriter for sale! Typewriter for sale!" So they had one typewriter that I guess maybe the parents decided they were getting rid of, and they were going to sell it outside. And I drove by and laughed because I thought it was hilarious. But I didn't need a typewriter back then. I was in college. It was just hilarious. So I always remember that sort of lemonade-ish stand. Which Muppet is your favorite? See, that's tough because there's so many that have their own special quality. I don't know if I have a favorite. I always love Swedish Chef. I love Beaker. What was the name of that woman? She had blonde hair. She's like, Dr. Bob. She was like this hippie chick. And I just love the way she said Dr. Bob. They had the little skit where they were in the operating room. It was Dr. Bob, Dr. Bob. Of course, you know, Kermit's a classic and Miss Piggy. You can't go wrong with them. I liked Gonzo. Yeah, see, that's tough. I don't think I have a favorite. I did like the two old men in the Muppet TV show. I'm not talking about Sesame Street, although some of the same characters were in Sesame Street. I'm thinking more of the Muppet Show. And the last one is, what's the most unusual fried food you've ever eaten? Well, mine is, and I made a video about it back in October, was fried beer. Well, first of all, I'm not very adventurous when it comes to eating, so there's a lot of things that I would never eat. Each year at the fair, they have a winning fried whatever. And this past year it was fried beer, and I thought, I'll try that. I mean, I've never tried the fried Oreos, or I should have tried the fried butter. They said it tastes like pancakes, but I did not. The fried beer was really gross, I thought. I don't know how it won. And it may have tasted better if it was fresh, but they had them out in their little containers already because they were selling so quickly that when I got there was a lull. I walked right up and bought some, but you bought 5, and they looked like raviolis. They were little square, about maybe an inch, and they were kind of pinched off like little raviolis. And they weren't hot at this point. They'd been sitting out, which may have had something to do with it as well. I'm not sure. And the instructions were when you bought it to just pop it in your mouth because it's got liquid in there. So if you bit half of it, liquid would have shot out everywhere. So they said just pop it all the way in and then bite down on it, which I thought, you know, I'm going to try to be a trooper here and try the fried beer. So I popped it in and bit down on it, and it was tepid, flat beer that was just it was gross, and the stuff that the dough or whatever it was in didn't have a very good flavor. So it was just this, and then it was mixing in with the beer, and yeah, it was not good at all. It was all wrong in my opinion. I only had the one, and you bought 5, and they were like $5 for, you know, one taste. I would never do that again. Although this next year, if I do find the fried butter, I will give it a go because I do like pancakes. Bye. I know.